You can access the slides in the Google Classroom. Unless if maybe you want me to take you through my profile. My experience, I've been an ICT trainer with an NGO called Maendeleo Foundation, a lead ICT trainer as well, a team leader of the mobile solar computer classroom there as well, and a program coordinator of the mobile solar computer classroom. I have done several research assistant jobs with several research companies, and been a social media marketing trainer working with Mondo, where I competence trainers, and also working as the Uganda admin assistant, as well as working on the EduTech team. So to begin with, I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm going to be taking you through Google Slides. For most of you, just in case you don't know how to get to the screen where you find Google Slides, one, you have to make sure you have opened your Gmail account. So that's the first step. When your Gmail account is open, just right here on the apps. For those who don't know how to get the Google apps, just here on the apps, you'll be able to look for Google Drive. Yeah, Google Drive. Fortunately, mine is already open and I have a few minutes. It's already 5 p.m. So when you get to Google Drive, we have different options under this plus symbol. You'll move to Google Slides. Then there is an option that asks you, do you want to open a blank presentation or do you want to use a template? That is, there are already features designed for you in that presentation, or you want to start from scratch. Since most of us don't have any knowledge of what templates are or what could be in those templates, I suggest to go to the blank presentation and start from scratch, such that we can be seniors at the end, rather than starting with what people have already done. So when you open a Google Slide, it's not any different from other Google tools. One, I always advise that you save whatever it is you're doing. So the first step would be changing this title from untitled presentation to a name. So you need to give your presentation a name. I'll give mine a name called My Classroom. And right in front of me is a slide. In Google Slides, we are changing the language from pages to slides. So when I open Google Slides, the first page I see is the title slide, where you have to put your name, or you could put the topic that you're going to talk about, and maybe something slight in the title, in the subtitle slide. There are basics that work with with presentations. And I think when they invite me again to do the 1-hour training, I can give more details on that. But for now, I won't go into that. So I'll just, let me say we are going to talk about a favorite topic of computers, since we are all looking at computers right now. So this could be computers. I could put my name there by so-and-so, such that people are not asking themselves who is going to make the presentation. So better to have your name there. And the next step is adding another slide. How do I add another slide after editing the first title slide? So we have like any other program, there are several options, but the easiest right now is this plus symbol here. When I click there in the drop down arrow, not the plus symbol, because if you go in the plus symbol, it automatically selects a slide for you. But when you go in the drop down menu, you'll have options of different slides that you would want to use. We have the title and 2 columns, section header, title and body, main point. So you could choose a design that will make your work easy. I'll choose this to make my work easy, and then you can add a title in there and more information. Then in case you need to add a slide in between slide 1 and 2, feel free to come and click in between these 2 slides, and then you can simply choose a different slide. Let's say maybe you forgot that you needed to add some information in between there. So it's very easy for you to add a slide in between a slide, just like I did. We see slide 2 has changed now, and then we have slide 3 like that. And if you want to delete this slide, you're free to come and right click in here, delete the slide. I'll delete just to show you what happens. For those who want to know how to do much more with the Google Slides, we can now move to insert menu. When you go here in the insert menu, we have different options that you can add to your slide. So we have images, we have text boxes, but before you go there, make sure you are clicking the text box where you're going to add these different items. If it is an image, please make sure you have clicked in the click box, and then you could upload it from your computer. If you have saved this image there, you could go and search for it on the internet, or from your Google Drive, or from your Google Photos, or you could take one using a camera there and then. We have text boxes as well. You can upload a video into your slide. You could put shapes, you could put tables, you could put charts, you could put diagrams. All these we are going to explore when we have more time in the next invitation we shall get. And then in case I want to edit slide 1, I can just come back and click in here, and then I'll be able to edit my first slide. I can run to my other slide. In case I had like 10 slides, I could run to my 10th slide and still edit the 10th slide and come back to slide 1. So it's Google Slides is really very flexible for you. You can work in between slides at any time. And we still have more options. After typing your information here, you can change the size, the font color from this format tab here. You can change the text, either you want to make it bold, either you want to make the text bold, you want to italicize it, you want to underline it, you want to change the font size, the color, and all those other details that most of you I know have tried while using Google Docs or Microsoft Office Word. So it's not any different. We can still do those changes to our words. And then you can change the alignment, you can change the indentation from here. So it's more or less the same like the way we have been using Microsoft Office PowerPoint. You can use bullets in your presentation. I request to do a bulleted list for members to see. I always like uncommon bullets, the ones that are not usually used. So my bullet is an arrow. I'm using an arrow. So I could say maybe, we talked about computers, I could say laptops, desktops, palm tops. So when you press enter automatically, my battery is going down. When you press the enter button automatically, you get a new bullet to your list. And then still more to that, you can do a lot more under format. You can come and put borders on your text boxes. You can put borders in colors. This is just a trial. Can choose a border color. You can choose the weight. Do you want it to be very thick? Do you want it to be a light one? If you want them to be dashes, you can also get those options here. And many other. So we can see my text box here. It now has a red border around it. So I could go and decide how I want this border to look, either with dots, maybe thicker than this, or whichever style you prefer. Then we can still okay. Then we have very many things we can do to our slide. I'm just going to come here on insert. Under insert, we have another option of inserting animations. You can put animations in your slide if you wish to, or you could simply come to the slide tab. Under the slide tab, you'll find options that are going to change the way our slides look. That is, if you want to put a theme to your slides, we have themes here. If you want to put a theme on your slides, we have a variety of them on the right-hand side of your screen. We have, I'll just scroll down to show you some of the samples we have. For those who are wondering how you can do this in Google Slides, just like the way you've been doing it in PowerPoint, I'll just choose one that seemed very attractive to my eyes. And then in case I want to customize this theme to the details that I specifically want, I can change the background. I can change the background here to a different color. And then if I can add this to my theme, or I can change the layout. Do I want it to look different sides? I can change the transition and so many other details. I see some people seem to be leaving, but I hope you refer to my presentation and check them out. Then for those who want a more advanced slide, let's say you are done with putting the themes you want, the transitions you want, but maybe you feel you're not getting enough of what you want. Your slide doesn't look exactly how you would want it to be. You want to explore more. You are free to go here under view and choose a master slides. We can find it here under theme builder, and we can now decide how we want our slides to look. That is how the font sizes will look like, how the font colors probably will look like, and which fonts are we specifically going to use. When you open the master slide, we have this first slide here. It determines most of the things in our slides. It determines the font size of the words that you're going to be using in these in all your slides. It determines the font colors and all those other details. So it's always good if you want to have a very customized slide to come and use the master slide to edit some of these details. You can edit your theme and have a very unique theme that no one else has. I'm going to give you time to explore this on your own. Then when we meet again, I will be available to discuss more about the master slide. For those who have been intrigued to go and research more, I'll be excited to hear that you have come up with your own master slide. Then we have this option of import theme. The import theme option, just want to carry this. Okay. The import theme option works for those who maybe have designed a slide or a master slide somewhere and they have saved it maybe on their Google Drive. So you can always go and import a theme from another slide onto your slides. That is very simple. You can explore it. If any of you has a slide that you have created before with unique designs, you can always import those exact designs onto your slide that you're creating.